Hello and welcome. As you can see, we are back over at the shelves. But again, today we are not actually working on the shelves. We are going to discuss a trip that we just took. It's one that I told you that we were going to take, but I never really told you where we were going or what we were going to do. It was not my first time to New York. However, it was my first time to the Harry Potter store in New York. And so we went there and I was amazed. I just could not believe everything that I was seeing in there. I loved seeing the prop used items that they had on display. I love seeing how they have it all set up. It is absolutely amazing. We got to try some of the treats that they had in the Butterbeer bar. Ended up bringing back a few things. In the trip there, we ended up going the first day. We also turned around and went back the second day. And then we ended up going on a cruise. When we got back from the cruise, we ended up back in Manhattan, and so we went back to the Harry Potter store the next day. And the reason we did that is because the first day after we went and got back to the room, I realized that I did not pick up a magnet, and I am a collector of magnets, and I had to have a Harry Potter New York magnet, so we did end up going back to get it. And then when we got back from the cruise, I thought, this is a whole new month. It was in July. Let's go back down there and see, because I kind of felt like they would be having different sales going on, because they did have sales when we were there. And I wasn't sure if they changed out the prop used items each month. And I was a little bit surprised to find that they actually did have some new prop used items in there that I didn't notice the first time. They may have been there, but I feel like I explored that place pretty good for my first time, and I didn't remember seeing some of them. So I ended up getting a little closer look at them either way to where I could show them to you. But I did end up only buying a few things. Now, the very first day that we were there, I only ended up buying some small things because I did know that we had to go on the cruise and that we did fly. And so I was going to have to get everything back on the plane. And I really needed to be careful because I wasn't planning on buying much more while we were on the cruise, but I wanted to make sure that we had some room in case we did buy a few things. And so I just bought some of the little things. But one of my most desired places to go at the Harry Potter store when we got there was the House of MinaLima. As you've seen in my other videos over on that wall over there, and then on some of these shelves, I do have some of the MinaLima artwork. I collect the cards. They call them note cards in London. They come with the card in an envelope, and I collect those and I frame them into these frames, and I use them for decorations on these shelves as well as in different areas of the room. I knew I wanted to look. I had two of the lenticulars that I was still looking for, and so I wanted to go see what they had and if they had some of the note cards there. This is the 422nd Quidditch World Cup, and it does have plastic over it, so that's why it's reflecting so bad. But you can see all of that gold foiling in there, and it comes just like this. So these were $5 a piece. Now, when I bought my other cards that are MinaLima, I bought them at Universal Orlando, and I did pay $6 a piece for them. But that's okay. I love Universal, and if they need to make $1 off of the cards that they get in from London, then we'll take it. But I'm taking it out of the package because I'm going to take it out anyway when I get ready to hang it. So maybe you can see it better without the reflections. So you can see the gold foiling in the card. And these are just blank note cards inside it. There's nothing neat or fancy on the inside. It does come with a beautiful gold envelope if you do want to send them as envelope cards. I mean, if you do want to send them to someone. I just love these. Like I said, I love the MinaLima artwork, and this is one way that I can collect it, and I don't really have to worry about running out of room because they're small, so they don't take up much room. And so I'm going to go ahead and open the next one so that you can see it without the reflection. This is the Elops Owl Emporium. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. It's kind of hard to get it to focus on the words that are written on there, but the ones that are in gold foiling. But it's so pretty, and it's kind of got an antique-y type look to it, or retro look to it. But I just love these. And again, this is the back, and it also comes with the gold envelope if you did want to use the envelope. Then we'll get into the ones that I really wanted, the ones that I was after. So as you remember, I have the Boy Who Lived in Lenticular card that's the Daily Prophet, and I also have the Dumbledore as a headmaster, one that's lenticular, and I keep looking over there because they're on that wall over there. So I wanted to get the two other ones that I had seen. I found them there, which I was extremely surprised and excited at the same time. These are lenticular. This is the Daily Prophet again. It has the gold foiling in there as well. New headmaster for Hogwarts, and it's talking about Severus. So as you can see, he does move, the background moves. These are absolutely amazing. These are some of my favorite pieces that I have found so far. So yeah, it just looks amazing. I mean, even looking at it on camera from where I can see it, it looks so neat. And so this is what it's on the back of it. And again, these are just the note card size that come with the envelopes. $5 is what they were in New York. $6 is what they were in, or what they are in Orlando. But they did not have these when I was there. One of the other ones I wanted was the Azkaban Prison. They had that one also. I was super excited to find it. The Mass Breakout from Azkaban, as you can see, that's Azkaban Prison sitting on the side of the waterfall there. It's so neat. It moves, again, lenticular. But again, it's a Daily Prophet, and it goes perfect with the collection that I have over there. So I'm actually thinking I may end up having to change that wall up. I'm sure that's no surprise to any of you, because I do tend to move things around and work on them as I go. And because I have these too, again, I'm looking back over at that wall, I now don't really have room for them over there because I ended up hanging up my ones from the New York store. I may end up having to move all of them because I kind of want to keep them all together. They had more of the lenticular cards, and I knew they made them. I just wasn't reaching out to find them because I really didn't know that I wanted to get them and use them in this collection. So I am a Johnny Depp fan, and I'm sure that's very controversial, and I don't normally say things that I feel like are very controversial, but I love his work. So I have always been a big fan of his work, and I'm going to continue to be. So when they used Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts as Grindelwald, I was very upset whenever they changed him out and did not use him in The Secret Lives of Dumbledore. It didn't make me happy at all. So I'm one of those I love the movies, I love the books, but it made me upset in The Secret Lives of Dumbledore. I still watch the movie, I still own the movie, I still have the books and everything. Didn't change that part of it, but I don't like the fact that they changed him out. I know why, and I understand why, but to me, when you start a series, you really need to keep the same people playing them as best as you can, and I feel like he could have still played that part, so it kind of made me not really want to watch it as much. So whenever I found the lenticular cards and I found the ones about Grindelwald, they did not use Johnny Depp on the cards with MinaLima. I personally cannot purchase those just because it makes me mad every time I think about it. And I know that's weird, and I know it's like very petty, I'm sure, as most of you will probably think. You know, I don't know. I just can't. So I did not buy them. I did find some online that I really liked. They are not going to be lenticular, and they are not going to be foiled, but they do have Grindelwald as Johnny Depp that I'm going to end up using on that shelf. And so I'm just printing those out, and I'm just going to frame them and use them. Yeah, but anyway, I did end up finding one other one while I was there that was a lenticular that I ended up getting, and I thought I could use this in my dark arts shelf, so I went ahead and got it. And it is the Bellatrix Lestrange, and it has her wanted picture in there, and again, it's lenticular, as you can see her moving in these. So, and it talks about like everything that they know about her and what to expect if you see her, and that it's got a reward for her. Now, I did find that if you take these numbers here, the letters and the numbers, you're trying to locate these cards, you can email merchandise services in Orlando and ask them about these. I have found including pictures of them really helps so they know what they're looking for, but also if you have like the numbers and the information on the back, it also will help. And so if you get a picture of both parts of this and send to them, then they will definitely look and see if they have them. And if they don't have them for sale on the website, but you're wanting to place a web order, they are very, very kind, and they will tell you how to place an order to be able to receive these products along with other products that you have seen in the park. Now, one of the things about Harry Potter New York that I didn't like is there was one item that I was wanting to get, and it was on the website. They have taken it off, and it is the usable sound and movement Dobby, and I really want him to go on my shelves, but he is pretty heavy, and so I was not able to get him and put in my luggage to bring back just because he was so heavy, and I collect the boxes and keep all the boxes that they come in, so it was going to take up a lot of room. He was on their website. He is no longer on the website, and so that's one of the reasons I did not worry about getting him while I was there, was because I knew it was on the website. When I got back and I tried to order it, it's no longer on there. So I emailed them and asked them if there was a way to get it into an order that I was trying to place and have it sent to me, and they refused. So this is not just one person that has refused. I have done this once before and had them refuse again, saying that just because you see something in the store does not mean that you can buy it online, and they do not merge their merchandise. And so that is a real big disappointment because, like I said, Universal Orlando is super happy to help you in any way possible. They will send people out to the different shops to find out if your items are there, especially if you can remember which store they are in, and then they will tell you how to order it online, and they will pick it up and put it in with your order. So knowing that with Universal Orlando, I am not as excited to go back to Harry Potter New York as I am to go to Orlando, just because of the fact that I know that they are more customer friendly than New York is. Now, New York store is a very beautiful store. I love the way it was created. You will find all kinds of things in there that are amazing. They have experiences that you can only do there, but their customer service in-house is great. Anything that I was looking for, had questions about, I was able to find someone to help me immediately. But their online customer service is about a 1 out of 5. That's all I can say. It makes me not want to order from them. And so whenever I look at merchandise that I find that I want, especially the stuff that I saw in-house, I will contact Orlando first and see if it is an option before I try to get it from New York, sadly. Back to the good parts instead of the bummer parts. So one of the other things I did, which is going to come to no surprise, is I ended up buying postcards from there because they have postcards for every area just about. And so I went ahead and bought postcards. Now they're smaller than the note cards are. So this is the note card size and this is the postcard size. So it's definitely smaller, but I know I can get some frames to frame them. Now, one of the things about the postcards, they're $1 a piece. And so if you're wanting to get stuff from there, but you really can't see spending a big amount of money, or you don't have room like I didn't, this is something that doesn't take up much room, and they had quite a few to choose from. So basically I just bought them all. So I ended up getting the Harry Potter New York store with the Phoenix, and they're not matted like the Nina Lima prints are. They are a shiny glossy finish. So then I ended up getting one that had the Griffin. Now this is actually in the middle of the store, and it's where the stairway is. And so this is part of their new collection. This is Hagrid's motorbike. This is the Hold Tight Harry. They have some really cool merchandise that is in with this line. Then I couldn't leave without getting one of the Butterbeer because this is the design that is a New York design. This is not the same design that is in Orlando. And they have the new Hogwarts Express. This is the London to Hogwarts. These are very pretty. The designs are really pretty. They have shirts, journals, pins, coffee mugs, socks, all kinds of stuff to go with this line. It's just kind of something that you'll have to go on their website to see, but they do have quite a bit there. One of my other favorites was the Durmstrang Institute, Into the Depths. They have some really pretty pieces that go with this. They have the Beauxbatons, Academy of Magic, and it says Above the Clouds. Another postcard, very, very pretty. I love the colors and I love the designs of these. And then one more of the Harry Potter New York, and this says Nagini. Nagini is actually in the store, so when you go there, you get to see her. She's on level 1, I believe. And so if you go in and you go down to level 1, you will actually see Nagini, and she is enormous, so just be prepared. And she does make sounds, so yeah. The new line they have out of the magical places and things that are these and the motorbike, they have some really pretty merchandise that goes with this. So the sweatshirts, I think we're running 55 and 60. The t-shirts, I believe we're running 35 and 40. There was quite a bit to choose from. And I really want them. I really want the sweatshirt. The sweatshirt is the Beauxbatons. The Durmstrang t-shirt is absolutely the coolest looking thing I've seen. Hagrid's motorbike is just so neat looking, and it has a lot of texture to it. Yeah, so I plan on getting those, as much as I don't want to have to order from New York due to the online customer service. I will, when those go on sale, I will end up purchasing them. So yeah, when we went back, I ended up in July, they did end up having a different sale going on. It was one of the ones that I wanted. Now, one of the items that I really wanted, they didn't have. I didn't notice it when I was there in June either, so I'm going to assume that it was sold out at that point, but they did have one of them that I wanted, and so I got it. And so it's the Magical Classes, and so it's a hoodie, and the inside of the hoodie is this very, very soft, cottony, furry feel to it, and then it's just a regular hoodie on the outside. But that's not the part that really drew me to it. It is the outside of it. Pesky Pixie Pestronomy, and it has the embroidered pixies on it and an embroidered cage down here. So it's from when Lockhart ends up letting the pixies go in the classroom, and then Hermione ends up getting them to settle down. That's what this is from. I'm sure you already knew that, but anyway, these are embroidered. I love it's on the sleeve and it's on the front. And I ended up getting a large in this because I thought it would be the perfect size to go over a t-shirt and just be a little bit larger for, you know, the winter time. But to be honest, a large is very, very large. And so they definitely run big. I did not try this on in the store, and I kind of wish I had, but it was just kind of one of those things that we just walked into the store and then we had other things to do. And I knew I would end up like messing up my hair and all that stuff. And I really didn't want to. So I just kind of put it up to me to kind of get an idea. I also kind of thought it would shrink, but I did wash it and it definitely didn't. So this is the sleeve of it. And yeah, it's like way too big. So just know that they don't really shrink. Now, if you wash it in hot water and you dry it on hot, it might, but I didn't want to take that chance because I don't want to ruin the colors of it. So yeah, so if I were you, I would probably try it on in-house. But this one was on sale. It was $60 and then it was on sale for $32. So that's why I ended up buying this one in the end. Other than that, one thing I collect, and I knew it would be easy to bring home because I could just lay it flat, is the reusable bags. Probably is a weird thing to collect for most people. I do, and I use them quite often. And so I went ahead and did that mainly because they had them on sale half price, and I did end up using them. So one of my favorite ones that I got is the Butterbeer bag. And if you can see right there, it has the little snap for the inside of it. Now this one is just empty on the inside. That's it. It does feature the snap, but that is it. It's the smaller size. Normally these are 3, and so it would have been $150. It was normally 5, so I got it for $250. It is the New York Ghost, which is their version of the Daily Prophet for the New York store, which I thought was kind of cool. And on the back it says Harry Potter New York. Now this one was $5, and so it was $250. A pocket inside it. And Pesky Pixie Pester Nomi, which is the bag that basically matches the hoodie that I got. Now I did get this one beforehand, and then I ended up going back and getting the hoodie because it was on sale. This one was on sale that day also. It was the first day. It was $5, and so it would have been $250. This one also has the pocket inside. I ended up getting the Honeydukes bag, which is the same on both sides. It also was $5, so it would have been $250. And it has the large pocket inside. They do have a new line of these that are out that I did not get, and I didn't see them. I only saw that they had them available after the fact, but they do have some that have zippers on the top as well. I don't know the prices of those. And then the other one I ended up getting that I really loved was this one, the Longbottom's Been Neglecting His Earmuffs. This is the other sweatshirt that I really wanted to get that should have been on sale, but I couldn't find it, and they said that it was sold out. But it is a very neat looking sweatshirt. It's kind of a fuzzy kind of look, and then it's embroidered with Herbology across the top of it. It has the little earmuffs on it, and then on the sleeve it has the Mandrake. And then on the back, it also had the Mandrake, and I really, really wanted it, but I wasn't able to find it in any size. I didn't find it at all in the store. And, of course, online, they were just no help. But, anyway, and then this one also has the pocket in there, and this one was also $5, so it would have been $250. And then I did get a Butterbeer while we were at the Butterbeer bar, which is when you first walk into the store, because how can you not? And all their Butterbeer comes in a collectible cup, and I really like this one. I feel like this would be really fragile because it's not connected down here, but it made the trip through the cruise and the flight back and everything, and it did not break because this I got the very first day, and so it did great. But it does have that beautiful image for the New York store on here, and it's a cute little cup. I loved it, so I had to try the Butterbeer there because, you know, when they have something different, you have to try it. It did taste different. It did not even taste the same as it does in Orlando. So I'm going to kind of compare the two for you to let you know. So in Orlando, to me, the Butterbeer has kind of a, I guess the only way to really explain it is it's almost kind of like a shortbread cookie taste. And the foam on top is more of like a butterscotch taste. So when you mix them together, which I normally do, you get an amazing taste that is just, it's shortbread cookie and butterscotch together, and it's just one of those things that I have to get every time I go. I can't go without it. My favorite is the frozen one. A lot of people just like the cold. I'm not a big fan of the hot, but maybe it's just because it's not been really cold enough for me to get the hot to feel like I needed it. But to me, the hot was too sweet. I could see using the hot in just a regular coffee though as my creamer, and I think it would be amazing, and I may have to try that whenever I go back. But the Butterbeer, to me, that is just kind of the flavors that I get. In New York, the flavors of the Butterbeer to me were, Butterbeer was basically just cream soda, and the foam on top had kind of it was almost like a sweet buttercream flavor with some butterscotch in it. And so to me, it was not as good. I really like the Orlando one. I've heard a lot of people say that they really like the New York one better. I personally really like the Orlando one better. So if you've had either one, or you've had one out in California or at one of the other Universal, locations, let me know, because I would like to know which one is your favorite, and let me know what you think it tastes like, because we all have different opinions and we all taste things differently. And so I'd kind of like to know, like what you found and what you like. But when I was getting ready to bring that cup back, they have a place here that you can rinse your cups out when you get there. You cannot take those cups in through the store. So if you get it when you first get there, you will have to drink it at the bar, or you can go outside in the little sitting area. Just know that there's not a very big area either place. So expect there to be a lot of people there and for you to really not have a place to sit. We did end up finding a seat outside. We just kind of had to wait a little bit. And then when you get through, you walk back into the Butterbeer bar at the edge where the napkins are, and they have a little fountain that you put your cup over the top, and it pushes water into the cup and it will rinse it out for you. And then you can take some of those napkins and wipe it out real good. Now I did end up wiping mine and then leaving a couple of napkins inside it to keep it from, getting wet or anything on anything else. And then when I got ready to leave, the lady was nice enough that she gave me a bag to put it in to where I didn't have to worry about anything else getting yucky or breaking it. So she did give me one of the bags that they normally do charge for. It's a Daily Profit, and this is the bag. And the reason mine looks so messed up is because it didn't have the cup in there, and so it kind of got squished a bit. But yeah, this is the bag that they gave me, and it has the Harry Potter New York on the bag. So this is just what I had that cup in, and then I ended up buying all the other bags, and so I could have put it in one of those. But again, if it had butterbeer inside it still, it probably would have ruined one of my bags by the time I got back from the cruise. So I'm glad she did. Thank you very much to the worker that was there and gave me that bag. I really appreciate it. This one is just the black and gold Harry Potter New York bag. It gives you the address of where it is in case you're wanting to go. You can see where it's located. This is the part that I really loved because it has the different icons on the back. You've got the Niffler, and you've got the Lightning Bolt, you've got the Deathly Hallows, and you've got the Snitch. And from what I understand, every Harry Potter store in the world have different icons to make their symbol. And so when you go, instead of just saying, oh, I have one of those bags, it would actually be different. And if you do the shirts that are made like these, they also would be different because they would have different icons on them as well. And they're all in different colors too. So a couple of the other things that we ended up getting the very last day when we were there were, we got the gold Harry Potter New York magnet. This one ended up running $4. It was hard to find one that wasn't all scratched up. As you can see, mine has a scratch. It's kind of hard to show without the reflections. Mine has a scratch right there, but it was one of the prettiest magnets and one of the just Harry Potter New York store magnets that they had. And so I got it. And then I also ended up getting the Butterbeer magnet, which is pretty big and pretty heavy, but it's also a Coke bottle opener. So you can see that part. And this is what it looks like on the back, the Butterbeer magnet. And then this is the package that it came in. And so it was $12. It was not on sale. So it was kind of expensive, but it is pretty big. So, and it's really pretty. So I thought I just had to have that one. And we ended up doing the experience that they had there. Now, this isn't the only experience that they have had. They do different ones and then they end up changing it up. And so I didn't get to do the original ones that they had. They literally just opened this on, I believe, Sunday, and we were there on Monday. The only thing I had seen of it was where Matthew Lewis went in and did a surprise for a couple of the guests that were there, and they were trying it out for the first time, and he was trying it out. And so I knew I wanted to try it as well. And so I did get to, and so it is the Harry Potter experience that they have. And so when you do it, it doesn't cost anything. But then if you are going to buy the photos or the videos, they have a small package for $25, or you can buy everything for $50. This was kind of one of those once in a lifetime type things. And so I went ahead and paid $50 and got everything from it. I don't know how long that will be there. I don't know if they change them every, few months or every year or whatever, but I don't know when we will be going back to New York. So I kind of knew I needed to go ahead and do it and go ahead and buy it because I don't know that I will ever get that experience again. And so I'm just one of those that, if there's not any photos, did it really happen? So I really wanted to have them. I ended up getting 2 prints. It came with the digital package as well for $50. It is actually like 5 or 6 images and a video. And then of course you get to do the experience for free. And the people working there were just amazing. The ladies were super sweet that were down there. I enjoyed it so much. I was wearing white, and they did tell me that two issues that they have is, one is green, of course, because it is a green screen behind you, so you're basically going to just disappear. And then the other one is white was causing an extreme glare, like it was focusing on the clothing. And so she was super kind, asked me which house I was, and went and got me one of the house robes to wear. And so she went and got it. Now in the video, you can't really see that it's Ravenclaw. The thing just goes so fast, but in the pictures, you can tell it's a Ravenclaw robe. And so this is one of them. So I'm actually chasing the golden snitch. I'm actually playing Quidditch. This is what the package looks like that it comes in. This is just the photo holder. And this is the front, and then this is the back. And then one of the other ones that I chose, because they do print two of them out for you. And so this is that one, and this is the one that I ended up getting, was where I'm being chased by the night bus, which is actually kind of neat. And I do have the receipt right here, and so I paid $50. So after the taxes and fees, it was $54.43 for that. Like I said, I also got the video and the other images. So I will end up putting all of these pictures and the video into the next video, so make sure you catch that and you will get to see that part of it. That is what I got from the store. I was actually going to do the short videos and pictures in this one as well, but looking at the time, this one is going to be long enough without adding that. So make sure you catch both of these videos, because you'll be able to see what we saw in the Harry Potter store and the experiences that we did. So with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, we love you.